Hello, everyone. New Doctor Who news. Yay!
Yay!
Woohoo! It's what we all love. We all love Doctor Who news, and we all love Doctor Who news when it's so polarizing. That's the best kind of Doctor Who news.
Yeah. What news isn't nowadays?
That's true. That's true.
But particularly this one.
Particularly this one.
This felt particularly like a stab to the heart and a punch to the gut.
This one was like, oh, this is what made me realize, I'm too old now. This is what made me think I'm too old. I can't do this.
I'm not down with the kids with this news.
So if you haven't seen, it was dropped kind of out of nowhere. There was a very brief sort of build up to it on Thursday where Russell's like, oh, news coming. So I'm not sure why they decided yesterday was the day to do it.
Especially drawing attention to news that kind of probably wasn't going to go down all that well. You would rather just drop it and then run. But they were like, there's a trailer next week. Remember, there's a trailer next week? Trailer?
Yeah, please. So maybe they were forced into it. Maybe there was somebody got wind and they were like, we're going to tell them. And they were like, shit, let's pull together a quick 10 seconds that explains it or whatever. Which seems to be a running theme for this one. I think Russell's very keen not to get scooped, even if it means blowing his scoop himself, before he wants to, which is a shame, but it's fine. It gets it out of the way now, and then by the time this film comes out,
after everything about the specials leaked like 3 months ago.
Yes, yeah, I think it's fair enough. So yes, the news is Doctor Who. Good news. We'll be back the 11th of May. Saturday, the 11th of May. For viewers in the UK, it will be the 11th of May. Less than 2 months away, yes.
It couldn't be earlier on the 11th of May.
It could be earlier. It is as soon as it hits the 11th of May, you've got it.
2 episodes, no less.
Yes, so there's a couple of things to break down.
A quarter of the series right there and then.
Literally. So there's a few things. So first of all is the time it will be coming out. Rereading the release, they're kind of like, good for you guys, you're getting it as soon as possible on the Saturday, and they're trying to build it up as in, look, this is a positive for you, you can watch it as soon as you want, you don't have to wait. And that's clearly their tact was that at the end it's like no time travel required because you don't have to wait until the end of the day, you can just watch it there, which is fine. I don't mind that. I don't mind things coming out immediately at the start of the day. Other shows have done that. Specifically on Disney Plus, even on BBC iPlayer, they're currently doing that. EastEnders is the prime example that no longer waits for its 7-8 p.m. slot in the day.
That's available. EastEnders.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. And then a lot of the Disney Plus, a lot of streaming shows, even Netflix and they do come out, if not at midnight, then 7-8 a.m. They tend to be out there. So I don't necessarily have an issue with that. Overall, I do not have a problem with it going to iPlayer first and then hitting TV. The issue is naturally the time. It is strange why they don't just put it on iPlayer at 6 p.m. or even 7 a.m. A good enough time for the UK audience that has made the show as popular as it is. It very much feels like a punishment for domestic fans. Because a lot of hardcore fans will stay up to midnight and watch it. I haven't made my mind up whether I'll stay up and watch both episodes at midnight.
I think if it was just the one episode, I probably would, but two, I'm like,
this is
so much time.
Maybe,
that's gonna be so early.
Maybe I'll watch the first one and see if it's any good. And if it's bad, I'm like, okay, I can wait.
I watched the pre-title sequence of the first episode.
Yeah.
Someone's face is like this in the opening shot. I'm gonna turn it off.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But and it's fine because then if you can go to sleep before midnight, and then immediately when you wake up, you just don't check Twitter, and then you go
to work, they go to school.
Yeah,
just immediately.
Well, this is the other good thing is it's at least it's on a Saturday. It's a Saturday morning. I think I'd have more of an issue if it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, as most Disney Plus were. If it was middle of the week, I might be a bit more concerned. But as it's a Saturday, you can kind of watch it at your own pace if you want to. If you want to wait until midnight, fine, you can stay up. You've got the Saturday. It's not as if most people won't work Saturdays, so you can do that. If you want to wait until the morning and get up and whatever, then you can do that. If you want to wait until it airs on TV in the evening, great, you can do that. obviously the issue is, well, this is it. The issue is online social media. My big fear, and I've got notifications turned on for the Doctor Who Twitter account, is at what point are they going to start tweeting about the episode? Is that going to be at the UK air date? Are they going to be normally like Disney Plus social accounts wait like at least 24 hours before they start tweeting stuff? But I know that the BBC Doctor Who, when we saw it with the specials, they like to sort of tweet along, not major things, but they do some tweet along tweets. So I'm hoping that they're not doing that.
The Disney Plus one, because they've got their own Instagram account now as well, like Doctor Who on Disney Plus. I feel like because it's going to be a normal time for them, they might do like a live tweet of it.
And this is the other thing is, you know, a lot of people have said this, is why do the Americans and pretty much everywhere else outside of Europe get a decent time to watch the show, whereas it's the UK and the European fans that are stuck staying up until midnight? Why can't it be a 7 a.m. UK time launch? Why can't it be even a midday one? You know,
but all I want is to watch EastEnders at 6 a.m. and then watch Doctor Who immediately after. Is that so? Exactly. Is that too much to ask?
That's too much, I'm afraid. So it's a tricky one. I get, this is the price you pay for having a big international backer that will say, look, we want to make it a big deal. We want to make it available to everyone. This is the price you pay. And so long as the series is good, I think this is a price that I'm probably happy to pay. However, if it turns out to be a dead rubber and it's not that good, and it loses it and for whatever reason, unlikely, because there's never been a series that's been so bad.
This is the thing with like streamers and like double episode premieres as well. I'm like, well, episode 1's not that important then, is it? Like,
yes.
You just want to get this out there. You want to get these two out there, and like, what if there's a cliffhanger at the end of episode 1? Doesn't matter. Pointless. Yeah, that's a big Doctor Who thing.
It's the same with the new Fallout TV series that's coming to Amazon Prime. They're releasing that all in one day, and I was like, oh, do you not think it's that good then? Do you not think it's good enough to stretch it out? So that's my concern.
Watch Echo now, all 5 episodes.
Well, that's it. They did it with Echo, and I think that got relatively good reviews. But it's the thought of, I don't need to watch that. It's fine,
Yeah.
They clearly don't have much thought about it.
It feels very much like now Doctor Who's just another one of those shows now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and I mean it's not too bad because luckily we won't have the Disney Plus. We won't be funneled into Disney international fans. Well, like international fans will be, but BBC iPlayer app isn't that good. It's not that much fun to use the iPlayer app. It's horrific. So I think that there are positives and negatives. I don't know. I don't know, because I mean, I don't mind waiting until 7 p.m. It like helps build up the day, and you spend the day excited for it. But we if we had the option to watch it earlier when we would watch in person, we would have watched it earlier. It's not, I don't think it's been event TV for me, at least. It's not been event TV where I get everyone round and go and sit and watch it for a while. A lot of recent episodes as well, I've been, I watched the Christmas special on my phone because people were using the TV and, it was busy. I watched, I think one of the specials as well was sort of after the fact by myself because it's not the thing that people sit around and watch. People don't tend to sit around and watch live TV anymore at a specific time. No. So I get it. I get why it's happening. It's just the old man in me.
Doctor Who was the last thing I watched live on TV.
Yeah.
Live TV and me is over now. That's it.
Yeah. I still watch The Apprentice, but even so, I don't watch that Thursday evenings. I watch that Friday in the morning. So EastEnders never will watch live, but I'll watch that on iPlayer. It's just there's no need for it to be live, and I get why they've done it like this, but I'm old. I don't want to wait until midnight.
I don't like feeling like they've put a gun to my head, being like, if you want to get the most out of this, you need to watch this at midnight.
Yes. Yeah.
Rather than like a big part of our lives is the internet now, but you can't use that for about 18, 19 hours until it airs properly.
Exactly.
If you want to watch it as it airs. Because my dad's not going to watch it early. My dad's going to watch it when it goes out. So I'm kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? Help me! Because I tell him, you can watch EastEnders early on iPlayer. No, they like recording it and watching it.
Yeah.
So,
no,
I don't know.
And some people do that, but see, the thing is that those people will not be online all day. They won't be spoiled by the internet.
Well, they will on a Saturday.
That's fine. Well, I guess it depends on what on how often they go on. I mean, Facebook's probably not the go-to place for Doctor Who spoilers, and I don't think your dad has Twitter, so he's probably okay. He probably won't necessarily see, unless he's got a secret burner account that's like a massive.
He's probably like the most popular Doctor Who Twitter stan, and I have no idea.
That'd be hilarious. But
he's the out of context Doctor Who account. That is. He pretends he doesn't remember anything immediately after
he remembers everything.
Because it's all out of context for him, so he just has to post Doctor Who, and that's it.
He's actually the Series 10 release guy, the guy that says
yeah, it's the soundtrack out. Yeah,
yeah,
that's him. Yeah,
that was him. But people like that aren't chronically online, because let's face it, we're very much online a lot of the day. Those people probably won't be impacted by this as much, because they'll see it on the TV guide and it's fine. I think the benefit for me having the 2-episode premiere on Eurovision Day is I get to watch it, and then Eurovision is just clean through, baby. I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't have to worry about people coming over. I don't have to worry about going somewhere and missing the episodes. I can watch them early, and then I can go and enjoy Eurovision, which that's the big plus for me. But that's 1 week. That's the 1 week that it'll be a benefit. I don't want to be out on a Friday night and then forget Doctor Who's on while in a bar and see some spoilers. I don't want to be watching Doctor Who in a bar at 1 a.m.
Because you just know there are going to be people who immediately just skip to the end of episode 2 and be like, ha!
Yeah.
Here's the next time trailer for episode 3, bitches.
Yeah, definitely. And then that's the other thing, there's such a big thing around people watching it at the same time when it airs and having those, oh my God, did you see that? And having that interaction. Immediately when the episode finishes, it's having those conversations. It's not going to have that. It's going to be spread out, and it will feel more like people aren't watching it because people won't be talking about it at the same time.
Yeah, the discussion for episode 1 will last about half an hour online, and then that's it.
This is it as well, yeah. So, and I think it was the same with the Kenobi series where they put both episodes out, and people were like, "Yeah, episode 2 is much better than episode 1." And I mean, it's a strange one because effectively we've already had episode 1 with the Christmas special where they've introduced the characters. Now it should just flow straight through. So. Yeah.
I can't believe episode 1 with the return of the Sardine is just not going to get talked about.
I will stop the series there. I will watch no more Doctor Who. That'll be
it. This is the canonical last episode of Doctor Who.
I will change my whole Twitter account to that episode if the Slovene is that. I will make that bet now. If the Slovene return in episode 1, I will completely change my profile. It's
I will
very
stop
unlikely that will
Doctor
happen. But I think that I can make that promise now. Watch me eat my words in 2 months' time when this eventually happens. But yeah, it's something we'll have to live with. It's fine. As long as the stories and episodes are good, I don't mind when I can watch them. People often don't spoil it.
I don't want to be spoiled on good stories, personally.
Well, this is the thing. Is I think if this was 5 years ago, there may have been more of an issue with that. If you think about Infinity War and Endgame time, where people would just spoil things right after the film came out, I think we're a little bit better now.
I just need to unfollow and block every single Doctor Who person ever, because
this is it. You have to mute the words, yeah. And so I was lucky I didn't see any spoilers for Dune 2 before I went into the film and saw that. I even managed to avoid Madam Web spoilers before I went to see that.
Wow.
Funnily, it's almost like people weren't seeing the film.
Discourse on Madame Web, yeah.
So I think people are more aware of what they're posting online, spoiler-wise now. I at least try to wait at least 24 hours until an episode has aired before I majorly talk about any major spoilers. And I hope that a lot of other people follow that anyway, because even if that's the case, people won't be tweeting spoilers until after the episode has aired at its normal time. But at the same time, people will want clout. They'll want to post that thing that says, "Oh my God, look at this," and then get the
there'll
5K
be international people just getting into Doctor Who who'll just be like, "Yay, posting about it."
Yeah, so that's
it's quite the situation, isn't it?
Yeah,
I very much enjoyed Russell seemingly not realizing it shows up when he likes comments on Instagram, slagging off this decision. He's just like them. I find that very funny.
Well, this is it. Is that I doubt it's his choice. The same way as it wasn't Chibnall's
of Doctor Who people feared, I think.
Yeah. This is what people were worried about. and it's Chibnall on a Sunday. He didn't have a choice about that. That was forced upon him. And at the end of the day, they are the people that are funding it. They are contributing a lot of money, so it is fair that they say, look, we want to air this at this time.
Doctor Who didn't exist before Disney bought it, so.
Well, exactly, and there probably is a bigger Doctor Who fan base in America than there is in the UK, mainly because there are more people in America. Yeah. So they probably outnumber UK fans. So it does make sense to prioritize the biggest population. But at the same time, you risk alienating fans that maybe already feel slightly alienated by a reboot, effectively.
If season 1 wasn't enough of erasing our British history with Doctor Who,
well, this is it. If
not even, does it even feel like our show now?
This has been, there's been 3 big moments, 4 if you count the Timeless Child, big moments back to back already for the show. Timeless Child, By Regeneration, season 1, and now the change of time. And that's for quote unquote hardcore fans. I don't think they should be annoyed about the bi-generational Timeless Child. That's fine storytelling. But I think, for those that maybe already feel a bit alienated and a bit distanced from the show, this won't help them. But I think Russell has at the same time been a bit more screw them. They're not the target audience.
But that may come back and bite them.
Yes, exactly. It will all depend on what numbers it does on Disney Plus. How well it does will depend on what they do for the following season.
Yeah, because it's going to be fuel for the fire of the people about all the ratings and stuff. Because obviously the ratings are going to be significantly less now because they're going to count Disney Plus, and they're going to be counting like the iPlayer viewers and stuff. And people are going to be like, "Oh, see, even less people are watching it," even though that's not going to be the case.
More people will be watching it. Yeah, because I mean, the 7 p.m. time that it will be, that'll get its initial ratings because that comes out like almost immediately, and people will base it off that. They won't then wait the couple of days for the iPlayer ratings to catch up, and we won't know the Disney Plus ratings unless they tell us.
Yeah.
So
there won't be a significant drop by any means.
The
special's got the same viewers that Jodie Zero is getting. Like, I think there's just a consistent
live.
Yeah.
I think if anything, it probably will increase the audience. I think overall, the change in time will probably increase it. Not necessarily in the UK, worldwide. But then part of that is obviously again because it is available on Disney Plus. So it's more
certainly the first few episodes, I think there might be quite a big.
Definitely. And I mean, people will probably wait until all 8 are out again, as they did for Flux and all that kind of thing. They'll wait till the 8 release, and then they'll go and watch them all, and that's fine.
Especially, if they're doing 2 in one go and stuff. I feel like it's like, the wait's even shorter than we might have imagined. So, it very much feels like it's a show to stream, maybe not watch live anymore. Which is
and then that's
the future.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. But don't pay a TV license, guys, or maybe do pay a TV license and they'll put more of an effort into it. Unlikely, but
they won't because Disney will say no.
Yeah, so don't just buy a VPN. Stop paying a TV license and buy a VPN. It's probably cheaper.
Just simply do that.
Oh, legally, of course. We don't really endorse this message, but there are ways.
Disney's still waiting for the Walking Dead spin-offs that haven't aired in the UK. We don't even get on DVD.
No,
they're not on Disney Plus for us in the UK. So now it's happening. Doctor Who. What next? What next? A Sea Devil and Silurian spin-off that I can't watch immediately.
Could you imagine? What a shame. I don't think people are going to be clamoring at the bit of midnight for that one.
Well, depends who's in it.
That's true.
If Ryan Gosling starring as a Sea Devil, then that's prime time television right there.
Just his voice. Not even they don't even just his voice. It's him just painted green, and that's it. That's it. They don't do the makeup. It's just that. Oh, hilarious. But the other thing is the 2-episode premiere. They're dropping both episodes on the first day, which I thought was strange considering they only have 8 episodes to start with. I'm not sure why. I mean, again, maybe it's a marketing thing, isn't it? It's look, you can watch the first 2 episodes, and
especially if based on what we've kind of seen about episode orders and stuff, episode 2 is probably going to be the Beatles one as well, which might be a musical.
There you go. Then maybe that's why, because they want
they want to grip
people. Maybe they might have it to be that one, so that it's the episode they feel will keep people coming back week after week. Maybe it's the one to leave the hook on. But then again, it's still then saying episode 1's not that good. So here's another one.
Episode 1 is an event TV. Episode 2 is.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's the main big news. But other things included in this release, which sort of sneak in there, which most people aren't talking about, is they list all the guest stars that are returning, have already been announced, and they also say with more to be announced soon, which is interesting. Do you think this will be anyone big, or do you think it will just be like some small guest stars? Do you think they've still got a big guest waiting in the wings that nobody?
I think it'll be a big guest star, but it'll be like for Series 15 and stuff. Like they've announced, like Nicola Collin is in the 2025 Christmas special or something, 2024. I can't even remember which one it is, but it was quite a way off when they first announced it. So I feel like they've got more announcements to come. It doesn't mean they're for Series 14. I think it's probably what we can.
I mean,
because there's already too many big names in. Like, how many characters can there be?
Yeah, it does say within the upcoming series, audiences will see, and this season we'll also see the return of, and then.
Well, if these are seasons now, maybe series just means the show in general.
Maybe, I don't know. Either way, it could, it could be any. So maybe. Do you think? I mean, we've not really seen much filming necessarily for the new series, or at least I've not, because I think I started muting loads of people that were posting stuff because I could not be bothered to be spoiled anymore. So I just stopped following them. But there's not been that many casting announcements.
At least there won't be any more of that.
Series. Yay! It's all right. The annoying ones are gone.
But yeah, I'm sure there might be some under wraps. Maybe
John Sim. They're gonna announce John Sim at the end of
the. God, imagine. I'd rather they not like pre-announce anymore. I think I'd rather just then turn up and be like, oh.
Could you imagine they do it again? They have John Sim back for the final, and they go, "Don't look away now." Like, oh no. Just get a big flashback to that wheel scene where he's like, it's happening again. That's me, but with John Sim in the trailer.
Look away in 10, 9, 8.
God.
So, yeah. Well, terrible. We know who's in the finale. Anyway.
It's fine. But yeah, so that's an interesting point. And then the other one as well, more about the plot of the season, whatever you want to call it. Russell's quote just says, it's my great delight to unleash a whole new season. Monsters, chases, villains, mysteries, and a terrifying secret that's been spanning time and space for decades. What could this be?
Probably
do you think it's... Well, this is it. Do you think it's something that has been hinted at the show before? Do you think it's going to be a new mystery that they're like, oh, wow, this has been here the whole time?
Yeah, it'll probably tie into like the One Who Waits thing, probably.
Yep.
They've probably been waiting for a long time, hence the decades thing. It's classic RTD, like greatest enemy yet vibes, really, isn't it? Biggest secret yet.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quite grandiose and epic and stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are all the One Who Waits now, as we wait for monsters.
Yeah, we certainly are.
Maybe the mystery was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. Oh, no friends anymore. All violence. All enemies. It could be that it means that being spanning time and space, we know they're going to different planets and different times. It could just mean that this mystery, it could be Ruby Sunday. Who the fuck is she? She the terrifying secret.
Ruby Sunday, who the fuck is she? Yeah, it probably will be that, actually, to be fair.
Yeah. Don't know how it's terrifying, but maybe
she's technically decades old at this point. So
is she?
She's basically 2 decades old, right?
I think is she 18, 19, I think? I don't know how old she's supposed to be.
In episode 4, she ages 20 years. So that's how they'll get away with it.
They leave her somewhere. What was it? Because I don't know how
waited to electric boogaloo.
God. I'd watch that. That's fine. I'll allow that. And then I suppose the only other thing to mention that sort of has come up unofficially, so this is all speculation, unconfirmed. Stephen Moffat, he's back, baby.
Oh my god,
is he back? Normally
they report it every 2 weeks, so they'll be right eventually. I'm sure.
I think they've had some proof, at least in this, someone has put their CV out. Yeah, and normally when somebody has a CV that says something like this, it tends to be legit. It tends to be correct. So supposedly
this year's Christmas special, is that right?
Yes, I think it is the 2024 Christmas special. So that could be interesting. I saw somebody be like, "Oh, but Russell said he was writing 2024's Christmas special, or was it 20?
Could be co-write.
So
they might have written it together.
Yeah, he could, or it could have been, a cover. He could have, just not wanted.
What
to
am
say.
I like? I'm so silly.
Oh, ooh, gotcha. So again, we've had this conversation a number of times because it constantly gets reported. Despite being berated during his time at the show, everyone desperately wants him back.
Everyone's like, "Oh, I remember the Moffat years, but they're so great. I definitely didn't shit on them all year." Yeah. I mean, I think I always thought he'd probably get him back eventually. So it's probably not a surprise if that is the case.
No, I think it's likely we'll also, maybe not this series, but I think likelihood is that Mark Gatiss will get involved at some point as well. Would not surprise me it wouldn't surprise me if Chibnall decides to write an episode, because Russell knows how they write. He knows that they've got the pedigree to write, and he knows he probably doesn't have to do as much work.
Chibnall and Gatiss, they worked on all of Russell's seasons as well. So
exactly. So it could happen. I mean,
one big love square between those writers.
It really is. I know Russell's a big fan of like getting new talent in and stuff, but at the same time, I think if he has reliable people that he can rely on to produce a good episode that he will have to do minimal work on, I think he'd probably be biting their hand off, really.
He's big fans of his friends, so he'd want them to do Doctor Who. So.
Oh yeah, definitely, and he likes what they've done with Doctor Who, clearly, because he let them write for him, and B has been vocal about their seasons after he left.
Yeah. Chose his replacement when he left originally.
Yeah, exactly.
I assume he's a fan.
Maybe.
I mean, they're clearly really good friends because they take the piss out of each other on Instagram all the time. So
yes. And I mean, they went out the other day, didn't they, to see, was it Chibnall's play in Salisbury?
Chibnall's play, yeah.
Yeah, so that was very awesome. That's so close to where I live as well. I was like, oh, they're right around the corner. Oh,
we've got to go.
Yeah.
Reaching for the car keys.
Yeah, please. God, don't even know where Salisbury is. I know it's nearby.
Just keep driving.
We'll get there eventually. But yeah. So
imagine walking into like a bar or something. He just walked over at the corner. Russell T Davies, Stephen like Chris Chibnall, just there getting pissed on the table.
Oh, I don't know, but like if they're like 3 pints deep, I would really have the nerve to be like, "What do you really think of Doctor Who fans?" and just see what they say.
Fucking knobs.
Well, this is it, because they might genuinely.
Russell's there, like, give it a week, you'll see what Doctor Who fans are like. Check the news.
Yeah. Oh, because I mean, fair play that they're very undeterred in what they want to do, and I think that's
you kind of have to
enough.
be, don't you? You need a thick skin.
Yeah, 100%. We're the same position. We they were all Doctor Who fans in the first place, and they've got the chance to run the show. If we were in their boat, we'd be doing exactly the same stuff. We'd be doing whatever the hell we wanted to do. So it's very hard to be like, don't do that, you idiots, because we'd make stupid decisions and do shit stories.
There'd be a spin-off by now. There'd be a spin-off.
God, could you imagine? Spin-off. There'd be the war between Clom and Raxacorical Phalopatorius.
Yeah.
That'd be the spin-off, and it's just the absorber.
Clara's been cloned 20 times. What are we going to do?
Well, technically that did happen. When she jumped into the so
it's a spin-off writing itself. They did it just.
It really is. But so
Ryan Gosling is the Sea Devil King.
Just by himself still. I think it's strange. It's an interesting time for Doctor Who. I think they did have a lot of good vibes going for it.
They had a good run.
They had a lot of hype, I think, leading up to the 60th, and it seems to have tapered off slightly. And I don't think this news has necessarily helped reinvigorate that.
No.
They might be putting out a trailer next week, and if they do, that could then help.
I think they've said there is a trailer next week. I think Russell did say that. So that'll be exciting to get another glimpse.
That'll be good, yeah. So that'll boost people up, and then when people start talking about and watching the show itself and being less fussed about the external stuff, I think that'll be where it truly pays off.
So we got a few new clips in this kind of announcement thing, didn't we? Like Shooty doing Mrs. Flood just staring down the camera.
Yes,
never seen a TARDIS before.
Yeah, I did notice that, and that looks like that's from that Beatles episode. So that could be looking down. Time to break into song and dance, which will be great. And Shooty is the biggest advocate for the series at the minute. Wherever he is constantly hyping up the show. He was at the bloody Oscars on Sunday, and he was just talking Doctor Who
along with Sea Devil King himself, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
It's all connected.
Yeah, that's it. I just hope that they just talk about Doctor Who the whole time. That Ryan's just constantly trying to get the inside track on what's going on.
Yeah.
That's the dream. That's what
that was the vibe I was getting that he was like when he was cast.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think we'll just have to see what happens. Luckily it's literally only, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks away.
Not long now. We'll have seen 2 episodes this time in 2 months.
Will be 2 episodes. It's mad. Well, we might have seen 3. Will we? No, not quite 3 episodes. Not quite.
We might have seen.
Almost.
We might have.
You never know.
You can say.
They might have accidentally uploaded the 3rd one.
They accidentally uploaded the entire series on midnight on the 11th of May.
Oh
God!
Surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if they do that. I mean, there's going to be still more announcements to come. It wouldn't surprise me if we get some target novel announcements, especially for the new series. If we get any
some
older
titles
stuff
soon as well, I'm sure, which will be
fun. Wouldn't surprise me if we get some titles in Russell's column in Doctor Who magazine next month. Seems like a likely place. I think there are a couple of Doctor Who books in the works for this summer as well, so they could be interesting. I'm excited for Doctor Who. I'm not excited for the
should be happening.
Yeah, could you imagine that? Oh yeah. I mean, the Bulls, if they did it, great. They're not.
I'd have to respect it if they actually went and did Doomsday 2.
Oh, it's great. The other thing we didn't mention is the Ninth Doctor and River Song are finally meeting. Way in Big Finish.
Oh my god!
It's like the one Doctor she's not met yet, I think. So I enjoyed the conversation around that, where I think it was like Nick Briggs was like, someone was like, "Oh, imagine Nick Briggs trying to explain where River is in the timeline to Christopher Eccleston." He's like, "I don't fucking care." I just find that so funny.
I just want my check.
Yeah, literally. But there'll be more Doctor Who stuff coming out. We've got the episodes coming up. I'm sure there'll be. Maybe that fortnight stuff will reappear eventually.
Which is allegedly never going to happen. It's going to happen, yeah.
Yeah, allegedly is not happening, but it wouldn't surprise me if that does change, considering Disney's recent partnership with Epic Games.
That's true.
Depends who has the rights for Doctor Who in gaming. I don't know who does anymore. It's not had the good run anyway. I mean, the app game.
Yes.
Lonely Assassin? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah, and then the Edge of Reality, whichever one that was on the PlayStation.
I think it's both. I think when they re-released it was Edge of Reality, wasn't it?
Yeah, one was VR, and then one was not VR.
Yeah,
and it wasn't good. That's all I'll say.
Just like a Doctor Who RPG. That's all I want.
It really is. They're doing.
Give me Final Fantasy 7, but it's Doctor Who. That's all I want.
Yeah, give me Ratchet and Clank, but it's Doctor Who.
God, that's all from 55. What are you talking about?
Let him have guns. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Doctor Who, as I always am. I'm not excited to wake up at midnight or watch it at midnight. But the thing is, though, I'm gonna be excited.
It's gonna have to be a bloody good trailer for me to watch it at midnight.
Yeah. But the problem is, I'm gonna be excited about Doctor Who, and I won't be able to sleep because I'm like, I could just watch Doctor Who.
But I don't want to watch an episode and be all tired and like, that was shit. I'm tired.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be in a bad mood.
But then I just know I'll wake up, forget in my haze, and turn Twitter on, and then can't believe Ruby Sunday exploded 20 minutes into episode 2.
Can't believe the Doctor's regenerated into David Tennant once again.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm just gonna schedule some stupid tweets throughout the night that are fake spoilers. Just
K9's back.
Yeah, just get really good at Photoshop like Kate Middleton and just
Ryan Gosling's a what?
Hashtag Doctor Who. Hashtag Disney Plus. Oh, I don't know, but have you got any other thoughts? Anything else on what we've been told so far? Any predictions about what's going to be happening in the next few weeks?
Just chaos that I intend to keep out of. I think I'm looking forward to the trailer. I think that will help make a lot of people's minds up about the midnight thing, whether or not they want something to hype them up. Obviously, we don't really know, I guess, what episodes are going to be the ones that drop on midnight. But as long as they all look good, I guess it doesn't matter. So we'll see. I am excited for a trailer to get a bit of new content and to actually have a date is good as well.
Yeah. There are definitely I think there are definitely more positives than negatives still around. There's still, and there probably always will be around Doctor Who. It's just an inconvenience for us, and maybe there'll be a big enough outcry this season that next season they flip it round.
Yeah. I feel for people who still do reactions to Doctor Who because oh boy, when do you post it?
Yeah, well, exactly. It's it'll be a problem. We'll talk about it like the next day. We're never going to be on the whistle as a sports reporter would put it. We'll never be as soon as it's gone live. We'll get there in our own time.
Unless the Slovene come back.
Yeah,
only then will you get our live thoughts.
If Slovene appear in this trailer, we will watch every episode live until the Slovene appear, and that's a promise. Okay, we will be.
I will do the next video nude if the Slovene are in this trailer.
I will paint myself green.
Oh
dear. Maybe I don't think they're never going to come back. It's fine. I've come to terms with it.
I will fuse a zip to my forehead and I will tear my skin off.
The only good thing is you won't be in the room when we see a Slovene reveal, as you'd be getting punched full in the face. Forget a slap on the arm. That'll be.
I'm still feeling that the Captain Jack Return smack I got.
Oh god, that was the before times, both senses of the word.
God, it really was.
But. God, I want Doctor Who to make me feel like that again. That's what I want. I want a surprise.
Like when the Sea Devils came back in that trailer.
Yeah,
that was amazing. Exactly. And especially if one's played by Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Oh god, that's what the trailer will be actually for in this week. It'll be the spin-off trailer, not even for the.
Yeah, we said you're getting a trailer next week. We didn't say it's a Doctor Who trailer.
It's Class Season 2. Woohoo!
Finally.
Going live at 7 p.m. on a Saturday. Class Season 2. UK only. This is what you wanted. You wanted this.
Watch the finale at midnight. And then you just watch episodes 1 to 7 live the next 7 weeks.
Oh, God. Hilarious. I find that so funny. That's a fun way to do a nice time travel thing, though, is you can have the finale first and then make people watch the series on a weekly basis. That would be interesting.
That was always one of my ideas if I was ever a showrunner, to do a two-parter where like the first part takes place before the second.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
They kind of stole that with Under Lake Before the Flood, but I would do something different.
But that was just we've seen how the lake flooded, and then
let's go and flood the lake.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Doctor's a ghost. Oh dear.
Oh no, things
are bad. Oh god.
Oh god, who knows? But I think that'll do it for now. I think we've spoken for a bit longer than we thought we probably would. But there's just so much news. Yeah.
Oh my god, 41 minutes?
Yeah, I know, right? God,
Jesus.
It's too long. But yeah, so we'll be back. We'll probably come back and talk about the trailer should it materialize next week. Any other Doctor Who news, obviously, we'll be back to cover. We're also still slowly working our way through Peter Capaldi's first series.
Very
slowly getting there. We'll have Time Heist.
We're nearly halfway through.
We certainly are.
The good thing is,
for a year, but
since we've slowed down, we have just reached the part where the series are now 12 episodes. So it's like,
yes.
Yeah. It won't take as long as it would have.
No, exactly.
By 1 week.
Reduced. Yeah. And then eventually they'll get down to 10. So it's perfectly fine,
And then 8.
Maybe. But 2 of them will be a 1.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so we'll be back.
We have to do a double review for episodes 1 and 2.
Well, we should. That's clearly how they want them to be experienced. We should just talk about them both at once. I mean, we'll probably talk about them back to back anyway, so it might as well just be one video. But,
oh God, so many notes.
Oh no, it's terrible.
So many fun facts.
It's fine. It's fine. We love Doctor Who. Hashtag love Doctor Who. Hashtag hate streaming.
Yes, basically.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll be back. We'll be back soon to talk about various other things. So yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye.